Hello, hello, welcome. First artillery battle. I'm recording. Very funny, very fun. Uh, with the new tech, especially, I haven't seen it. It's very interesting. I've been watching for the last 10 minutes. It's kind of interesting. I don't know how it works still, so I'm just watching here how they demonstrated. Orpius knows a bit on the on the behind the scenes, so he can maybe explain it if you want to. Orpius.
All right, the behind the scenes for this fight.
Yeah, for the,
Uh,
the artillery and the fight. Yeah.
okay, so yeah, this is a French artillery test where and it's changed a lot since our last test. Variables and whatnot. Pretty sure we've changed the velocity a tad and its speed, movement speed, so that it's a bit more balanced and it doesn't get overwhelmed too quickly. I'm not sure if we've changed the speed of the reload or any of that, but it's overall been made a little more smooth. Obviously, we still do expect a little more. We still do expect some bugs, but you know, that's natural. We're testing. We're trying to find those. It's good to find them.
It's been a
so
long
we can fix
development. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, and to be completely honest, just as Gory has said many times, it's not the hasn't been the primary focus. You know, other things
Yeah, you know,
other
there.
things have been happening.
As
So
Gory said as well, this is just his hobby, and
yeah,
yeah, development is pretty slow, but they're working on it,
yeah,
slowly and steady.
it'll come out when it's ready. That's all that matters.
And quite frankly, I can't think of a better time to test these new changes out. Especially
Yeah,
with the addition of
holiday season.
the new season, right? Got snow on the terrain now. It looks absolutely wonderful. I'm looking at the store right now. Their elites have their nice, lovely greatcoats, lovely greatcoats attire, and nice colors on, and I think it's just going to be a nice picturesque event today.
I
Once we get
see.
this
Still, they're
underway.
pretty cool. They're pretty cool looking.
So.
So there. Okay, so I think this battle is pretty much Vistol versus IR and 21E, Irish Legion and 21E. I don't know much about this battle, but it's pretty cool to see artillery on the field. Here we have Vistol with their 105 rally. What an amazing rally. Yeah, with the addition of the winter map as well, we can use the gray codes. We finally have a time to use the gray codes. They've been in the game for so long. We have a bit time, or like 20 minutes to just talk about the artillery and stuff and just look at it. I like the design pretty much, so the focus on the texture as well. Very good stuff. Also, I heard a bit from Hollow how he tested it out. I'm gonna try. Okay. The box is invisible, but if you wanna like Orbius and oh, if you wanna come here, just test out this artillery. I'm in the UK side spawn.
Gotcha.
So from what I've seen is that the cannon inside gets dirty after every shot, so you gotta clean it with the ramrod.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, I got.
Well, for one, so the order of business is you warm it, then you sponge it. So take the ramrod back out.
Okay, so There's no switches? Oh fuck, never mind. Okay, now swab, I guess.
Yep. You swab, or yeah, you swab it with the sponge. Then we have to take the invisible box off. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's invisible.
yeah, fortunately.
In this case, we will take the round shot, and then you insert the round shot, and then you ram it in with the ramrod, like so. And that's the process you have to do if you want it to be fully clean. However, you can just go ahead and shoot it. Right, and I have the lens stock, so. And you hold F, it shoots.
I see the animation as well. You hold your hands up to your ears.
Yeah, and you have to keep an eye on the box. So
yeah, the box. You just gotta.
For
remember.
anybody in the companies, yeah, the people in the artillery crews are gonna have to remember where they put it.
I want to test out the canister shot as well.
Yeah, well, we could do that. So this is the quick load. You could just go ahead and throw the cannonball in there, ram it in, and then pop it off.
Looks so cool.
Yeah.
You can fire twice, I think, but on the third shot it misfires, I think.
It's random. It's
random?
very random.
Oh, yeah, it misfired. I killed me. It misfired, yeah. Oh, why do I spawn somewhere? Yeah. I spawned somewhere else.
What's going to be interesting about today, other than the recent changes to the artillery, what's also impactful is because we now have the seasonal change with the map. We don't really have the leaves from the trees blocking view, so artillery is going to have anyone who's fielding the artillery is going to have a nice clear view of where they're aiming at.
Yo, Orpheus, someone removed my perms. Can you give it back, please? I don't know who did that.
Yeah, I gotcha. I'll just give you that.
Okay, thank you. So let me just TP to you again. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know what.
How many people does it need to be like a fully functional artillery crew?
So you're gonna want 3. That's the optimal number.
Is it one for the swab and one for the ammunition, one for the steering? Yeah, I guess so. There's an elevated feature as well.
Yeah, and then you can elevate it. Oh, right. That's the whole other part I didn't cover.
How do you actually elevate it though?
So here. You get on elevate. If you press shift, actually go ahead and you do it.
Okay.
Hop on, press shift.
Shift.
And then you can watch
there
it
you go.
go up. Yep. And and hop off real quick.
Okay.
I want to test something. Alright, so if you hold R, it brings the ruler up, and if you hold F, it brings the ruler down, and you can use that to aim.
Oh, so R and F, Okay, that's.
Yeah, here I'll let you see it, but I've moved it down to the 5-notch, so. And if you hold, I believe it's either tilde or tab, it'll give you the overhead look.
Okay.
And if it's not either of those, I'll get hop on and figure that out.
F is down. Okay. R.
F is down. R is raising the ruler. F is lowering it.
I see. And what did you say the other one was?
And then to look over the top of the barrel, it's either tilde or tab. So those 2 buttons at the top left figure.
Oh, it's still okay. Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and that'll help you
pretty cool,
to a degree
yeah.
if they get far enough. Although I'm not sure if they'll be.
It's pretty slow to
where they have to use it, but
yeah, it's pretty slow to angle it, but it can work.
Yeah, it's definitely not super quick. It's definitely not super quick. But yeah, you want those precise movements. So if you're alone, this is going to be the best spot to hold.
Okay, so if you're 2 people, it goes faster. I see that.
Yep, and then 3 is super fast. So if we
Herman.
Well, if we had a 3rd guy.
Yo, Lo, can you come here as well?
Yeah, I could come over there. Let's see. myself over to you guys.
So you're controlling it. It says you're controlling it. Yeah.
Yep. Join the company.
The artillery company at the top.
There, I got you. Go ahead and do it now. Here, I'll give this.
Okay, there we go. Let's
Yep.
see. Okay. This looks pretty interesting. A nice compass on the for artillery itself too.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, it's fast. It's fast. It's pretty fast.
yep. And then is it loaded?
Does it move faster than
Oh.
the like normal?
We have to make sure we get the.
Oh yeah, the box. I have a box.
The
Where
box.
is it? I don't see it.
Oh boy, is it on it? Nope.
Oh,
I think
okay.
so.
Somewhere
No, it's
in this
not.
area.
It's not.
Found it.
Oh.
All right. I just retraced my steps. Okay. And you should be in control now that I got off.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
low. You're in
definitely.
control now. You're in control.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
used
nice
to be
feature that they
extremely buggy. He's fixed the whole movement bit. I mean, very well maybe more movement bugs, but pretty sure he's fleshed all those out. So
No, you control the
we should see
artillery
people
now.
flying
you
around
can
the battlefield.
you can move around now.
Yeah, it's all ULO.
Now I noticed when they first released artillery open for for testing for a lot of these French regiments back a few months ago. Gory put out I think in the Napoleonic Wars Discord a bunch of statistics for well for the round the gravitational drop for the round and other stuff regarding to that. And he basically said that to use the information wisely, or something along those words. So, what I'm asking is, how does this formula, trajectory formula, or so to speak, relate to any physics that we might, learn in the real world? How does that apply here?
Well, I can't say that any real world experience might help you other than in the order of loading it. You want to. It's very similar in that you will worm to get the spiky swirly thing.
Wait,
Get all the.
What happens if I light the shell while
Here.
you hold the? Can
Say
I?
again?
I can't even. Never mind then.
Oh, we have to set it down in order.
Yeah, I got it. So it's not twitched.
Yeah, but otherwise, a little bit of lag. All right.
So you can light it.
So, yeah.
Let me just.
Yeah. So you just ramrod.
No, I already did the thing.
Oh, you've already done it. Gotcha. So you can't do it while somebody's moving it.
How would you light again? I've.
Oh, a lens stock here. So you need admin to use the tool here. I'll give you.
Okay. The detail on
All right.
this.
So you could just hop on either side and then hold that.
Fuse. There you go. That's pretty nice.
She goes far, and it leaves trail of impact. So.
Can
Here,
you destroy other like cannons with the cannon shot or?
No, we didn't. We decided not to.
Looks like
Add that.
Neil has teleported in here.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's see all the other 21E and what we have here as.
Let's look at the current lineup that we have here so far, guys. So right now on the defender side, it looks like we got. Let's see. Let me team myself back to visitors right here. Company name was tagged, but it looks like we have. Let's see.
We have 21E. We have Irish Legion versus
Yeah.
Legion de la Vistoul. It's gonna be a
So
tough
we
fight.
have Irish Chasseurs. It looks like it's probably going to be led by Leaspan, Captain Leaspan. We have Irish Specialists here. Most like possibly being led by either Spartan, most likely, and we also have 21E Fusilier line.
Yeah, 21E
let's
Fusilier
see.
and 21E specs.
Napoleonic there, Napoleonic 21E.
And then we have
And
specialists
we
with
have specialists.
McKinley.
Specialist right there. And most likely but led by Nick India. So that's for the defender side. For the attacker side, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we have still 110-man rally so far, and they are still turning and putting more people in.
I like their grey codes, man. Their grey codes look
Big.
super cool.
Big, huge rally for Vistul, and they look amazing in their lovely gray coats and winter attire. That's the current lineup right now. It looks like they're capping at 113, so that might be the number that we're going to look at for when we get this underway for the numbers wise.
You think it's gonna be a 4v4 with just Vistal splitting evenly between their lines, or?
4v4 is going to be very wonderful for the map that's just playing on. It's going to be Mont-Saint-Jean. Mont-Saint-Jean is going to be the map. We have a nice winter season for you guys that the devs and the dev team in Gory just put in, which is absolutely wonderful. You can see across the entire map almost because you don't have the leaves of the trees blocking the visibility anymore. So that's going to be super beneficial for whoever is running the artillery teams. And I think it's going to be a very interesting and very fun battle for our viewers, hopefully.
I mean, most of our viewers right now are in this battle, by the way, which is very. There's like 200 of them. Very big battle. Very
Captain
big battle.
Captain Cutlass in the chat says, "I can't wait to see all these soldiers return to pace." Me too, man. Me too. I think it's going to be super fun. We're going to try and get some nice artillery shots into the stream. Just so we can have those moments. We're not going to focus too much on we're going to focus a little bit on the battle, but a lot of focus is going to be on artillery, because that's what we want to see today.
Of course. We want to see this beautiful piece of artwork. I mean, it's not really art. It's just a big machine that fires a lot of fireballs. I mean, cannonballs, I guess. How are you gonna? So there's like 4 artilleries per side, I think, or something like that.
I'm not too sure. There's Orpios here. Orpios, do you have any knowledge about how many artillery pieces are going to be used?
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain. I think it'll be between 4 and 6.
4 and
6 might be a lot for a 110.
Yeah,
And,
so
if
you
it
have
was
like,
a little bit larger, maybe like 140, they may have gone with 6, but you'll probably see 4. So you'll see 2 for the Irish and 2 for the 21E, more than likely.
yeah. Calking
Yeah,
asks, is it going to be only foot artillery, or will there be horse artillery in the future?
It's probably going to be just foot artillery. Seems like that's
Horse
going to
artillery, I
be
think
the most balanced.
Yeah, I think horse artillery is
obviously
just too
Gory
much.
would love to do. He would love to do horse artillery, but we do not have horse models or animations at the moment. So it's easier to do foot. We have it done, and it works well. Well, it works well, as in it isn't like broken. But obviously, we'll see how well it is in the game, balance-wise, momentarily.
Some nice. All of the lines are doing their drills.
Yeah, I think Holo just
15
explained to me like how the cannons work, so I know a bit of something. He can do the explaining very well, but I've showed you guys, so you might understand. You'll see for yourself when the time comes for you to use artillery as well. Looks like Vestol is splitting into 4 lands as well. And having 4 artillery pieces? 3, 3, 9, maybe 3? No, 4, it's 4. So we're gonna be seeing 4 artillery pieces per side and 4 lands. It's gonna be very, very cool to watch.
It will be interesting to see what the artillery commanders do, and it is going to be interesting to see how they, at least 2nd Corps and 5th Corps, split up their commanders.
Yeah,
Going to be seeing a whole different side of commanding, leadership in battle
yo.
here.
With
Irish.
the artillery pieces now, Orpheus, tell us a little bit more about spiking cannons. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if it's actually implemented. If it is, it takes a long time, and I think a player needs to walk up to one on the other team and hold E, more than likely, for a substantial amount of time, and it will remove it from existence, respawn it after a time, just like the flag, I imagine, because the cannons act as flags. And yeah, they'll lose. They might lose points. I don't know. I'm not fully aware.
I think
of whether
yeah,
that
I
was
think
implemented. It was an idea. Not sure if it was implemented yet. There were other focuses like making sure it could move. No bugs with that.
yeah.
We've
The
always
last
had
battle
some
I
bugs
saw
occur.
was an Asian artillery battle, and I only just saw a bit of it, but I think there's like capping. I mean, spiking the artillery, and they give you like 100 to 200 points.
Okay, yeah. And in which case it does work then. And yeah, once it's spiked, you'll lose pickets. And yeah, they'll go back to spawn just like a flag. Pretty sure they're not going to get rush.
Yeah, I don't
But,
think they're gonna get rushed. They're just pretty
yeah,
fast
I
at the
don't
moment
think that's-
because they have 3
Yeah,
people. on
they're
it.
definitely extremely fast when they have 3 people.
Yeah, but
yeah.
the turning will be like if you see an enemy charging towards you, the turning will be like very. It needs to be done very fast so you don't lose, so you don't get spiked.
Yeah, but even
And all of
turning is fluid, so it shouldn't be an issue for them to be able to get away unless they're getting killed, which we'll likely see happen a bit if people get a little too aggressive.
And it's really going to open a whole new level of communication between the person commanding the artillery, but also between the line leaders as well, making sure that their artillery pieces aren't too exposed, and having the artillery pieces get some nice angles and some nice shots on the opposition. We have a question in the chat from Victory. He's asking, do cannon men get muskets?
Yes, yes they do. And
They get
the great
sabers.
thing about it is if they're getting charged, yeah, they should. No, they should have
I think-
muskets with their bayonets.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
they can be given sabers in officer loadouts, but I highly doubt that. They would have muskets, and I've seen it before. Not since the recent updates, but I've seen a company, getting or a cannon getting pressed by an infantry company, and I've seen it blow them to bits with a canister and
Then have an
shoot
ally.
the rest of them with their muskets. Yep, and actually they were able to take the flag because they had those muskets. Yeah, so they definitely don't want to be messing around with a group of cannons if you're alone. As an
Yeah,
infantry
I mean,
company.
the tactics used will be like very different. We'll see them develop as soon as like artillery releases for like everyone.
Yeah.
Some nation. I mean, some people have tried going in for like a 3 artillery count on like one single space and just obliterating one enemy. But some just prefer to like spread out the artillery in different sides.
Yeah.
It looks like we have some Irish, Irish rankers doing some cannon target practice. So if you want to bring this camera stream over, it gets over where all of these guys are in winter attire, but it's right in front of Hollow.
I see.
Just aiming
Here.
at some targets.
Yeah, the Irish greycoats are very nice. I like the color of them. Oh, you can do
They
the
have
same.
brown or gray.
Yeah, the brown,
Yeah,
the brown.
they have some brown gray coats.
Oh yeah, all of the depot will be brown. Where are the Irish? Oh yeah, and then their normal infantry will have gray. So their chasseurs and carabiniers they'll have gray.
All right. Well, looks like we're getting closer to the end of the hour here, or start of the hour, in about 40 seconds. So, and expect the battle to start very, very soon. So, that's going to be very, very exciting.
Yeah,
See
there's
what
two
happens.
servers in here. There's Guard and 93 and 90 versus Guard as well.
The first server that we're looking at, we already went over those lineups. But for the second server, guys, we have 3 guard lines. We have 3 guard. If you want to press tab, we have 3 guard lines. We have a 94E line, a 9E line, and that's for the defender side. For the attacker side in server 2, we have. It looks like we have a 25 elites line, 25E chasseur line. We have a 105E grenadier, and then 2 105E fusilier lines. Those are lineups for server 2.
I thought they were I thought they were
over there as
Guard.
well.
I thought they were Guard because I saw the naming 1 ER, 2 EME, and I was confused. But I guess they switched up their naming. I guess so. 1 ER is like Grenadiers or something.
It's just first company.
Oh,
1 ER is
okay.
just first, 2E's second, 3E's third. So, yeah. Definitely
Yeah, there's
pretty
a-
impressive from the 105E today. Didn't expect them. Well, I kind of expected them to get this many, but looking at them a couple weeks ago with 20, 60 plus is an improvement, maybe even 70.
Damn, so they're looking pretty good.
Definitely.
Damn, I'm dropping frames right now. What's happening? I think
Looks
they're
like
just just a lag.
A lot of spawn movement.
Yeah, what is happening here? Oh my god, the artillery went through the ground.
looks like 21E is already set in their starting position. Looks like Irish is going to line up right next to them, and it looks like we're going to start very soon. People are preparing. Start.
One of artillery piece I think just went through the ground. I don't know what happened there.
A nice 4v4 on a Saturday. I'm at Mont-Saint-Jean, server 1. Deuxiéme versus Quatriéme.
Hold on, just an update on you guys.
I figured that they were doing something wrong.
Just an
Yeah.
update
It's that.
over this. It's just halftime, France versus England, and it's 1-0 for France. Just an update on that.
Yeah, earlier today, the French President Emmanuel Macron, he tweeted out today. He mentioned Rishi Sunak that France would win, and that they were going to expect Rishi Sunak's support in their next match after England should they win. But right now, the current score, as was just mentioned, is 1-0. And that's an exciting thing going on in the world right now. Looks like 21E and the Irish are moving up their starting positions.
I I think
And
we're
it's
just gonna
gonna be
switch, like
mid
mid battle. I think we're just gonna switch between the servers to see what's going on in both servers.
Yeah, we'll certainly be able to do that with ease.
Is this the still Grans I'm seeing here? Like the yellow uniforms?
Yellow would be their Volta
Oh,
gears.
volts.
Huh.
Let me check them out.
Yellow's
Where do you
volt.
see
No,
them?
I think
Yellows
green.
are
Green is the Volts, and then you have red Grenadiers.
Oh yeah, green.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, where do you see the yellow?
Yeah, I meant
mean,
like
they're all yellow.
their shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, they just haven't put their gray coats on. But yeah, the bolts are the green epaulets, chasseurs.
I really like the Grenadier gray coats. The red plus gray. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, very good looking uniforms. Even with the gray coats and caps on.
India. Major the 21 is asking if everyone's ready. And it looks like we're gonna start very soon. Void is still setting up the cannons.
Let's go to 10 quality. There you go. This looks way better. What are the cannons doing? There's gonna be a big battle in the garrison, I think. They're pretty cool close up. Someone is asking for an uncap. I mean, you're kind of stuck here. You have one spot left here if you want to join.
Yeah, not our decision to uncap this.
Yeah, you're just here to spectate.
Yeah.
I only see one artillery piece on the French side here on 21 guy. I don't know where are the others.
They're moving closer and closer to the building, so we'll probably see action pretty early on.
This still has 3 artillery pieces. Meanwhile, 21 has 1 I'm seeing right now. I don't know where are the others.
They're back at spawn. Not entirely sure why, but it looks like they came to the agreement to have 3, which is probably fair.
Oh yeah, I see the. Okay.
And it looks like they're all.
I think this artillery piece is stuck. Yeah, that's
Maybe
a problem.
so. They could easily despawn it and spawn a new one, which is what they probably should do.
They're doing it now. I think that's the holdup.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's 1 Irish artillery piece and 2 21E, or 2 5th Corps anyway. It looks like there's some Eisenberg and 6E guys with it. They're figuring it out now. I think it's I think it's just the guy in the back's fault. There's
It's
an
kinda
issue
dodgy,
with
the
people
movement
that
is
are
kinda-
laggy.
Yeah, the movement is kind of
Yeah,
dodgy.
they should respawn the cannon, but we'll see if they do. I mean, worst
think
comes to
they
worst, they'll
did.
lose it and it respawns.
So I don't know. We'll just hope
Yeah,
this
that's
starts
fine.
soon, I guess. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cute. Actually, it's cute. Yep, they got it all done.
Going through their checks again, making sure everyone's ready. Start very soon, in a minute or two.
I mean, there's a pretty good tactic if you like get in the gas and the artillery won't hit you.
It's like one cannon has been sent to the void. They're gonna try and bring that back.
I mean,
look
that's the
at the Irish. The Irish are super excited.
they're all
Irish
jumping,
are super excited, jumping up and down.
jumping Abu.
Oh my goodness! And it looks like it's spreading the 21 a bit. They are super excited for the event today. Look at that.
I believe we've selected 2 corps that haven't tasted artillery yet. Obviously, we have some guard in the other server, but otherwise, you know, the excitement is expected. So hopefully it works out well for them. So,
I mean, it's the first initial test of the artillery in a like big situation like here. For them, it's just the first time to use them. It's gonna be hard.
The stool's looking cold as always. Their nice numbers and their nice attire. It looks like they are starting. The other server is ready. They're going to start very soon. ETA 1 minute from now.
Yeah, but starting.
And that is the timer. The timer has started. We have a nice event today. So if you're just tuning in, we have a nice stream for you today. Deuxiéme Corps and Allies versus 4th Corps artillery battle. We got some nice artillery pieces being tested out. Each side, at least in server 1, will have 3 pieces allotted. So that's how those numbers are going to go out. For the lineups today, for the defender side, we have Irish Chasseurs, 2nd Corps Irish Specialists, 21E Fusilier line, and 21E Specialists for the defender side. For the attacker side, it's all Vistul. Vistul has brought 4 lines to the field today, and quite an impressive amount. And those are the lineups.
Oh, it's
for
already
today.
shooting. It's already death.
Vistul is already popping off a quick volley. Looks like it's being led by Colt. Honestly, is that true? I think it is.
Let me find their
Irish are popping off some return fire. Defenders' artillery pieces are moving up.
I think they're kind of having some problems here with the artillery.
definitely a bit. It looks like one is setting up right now on the left flank of the stool team.
The Stoll team has a nice height, some nice
only have,
ground
like-
for their cannons.
They only have
Some
2
nice
people.
visibility.
No. They only have 1 person per. What's happening right here? Are they getting sniped?
I do believe they're either dying or they are lagging, but they'll figure it out.
The Defenders team is still moving their cannons into action, but it looks like one is set up on the road. They are ramming it right now, so they're probably going to fire off a shot on the road.
Yeah, but let's look at this shot.
Let's look at Stool.
It's only one guy. Hey, the boxes are visible. From
Yeah, it looks like some of them disconnected, but they will be rejoining, so. Kind of waiting to see one of them get in position and start shooting. It looks like the Eisenberg have one in the back. It's loaded. We'll see if they decide to fire, and here it goes.
Vestal is winning the volleys, the duels.
Like Pistol's winning the line engagement on the defender's right, the attacker's right flank.
Oh, now they're firing it. Now they're firing it.
It's like they're going to push. They're going to push. Irish specialist back on the right, on the far right.
It hit the rock on the right. The artillery hit the rock.
As we get closer, we're gonna see what these cannons can do.
Ooh.
Oh, there's
Looks like
some
some
pushing
cannons
it.
went into the oblivion, and they're just bringing them some back now for the Pistol side.
There's almost a flat cap here in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting out of it. Really
like,
need those cannons to weigh in here.
The defender's left flank is being routed by two Pistol lines. 2v2, and they're pushing them back. They're pushing them back to the cannon, and the cannon fires off a shot.
And it kills
It
it some
misses.
man.
Is there
Oh,
is there
maybe one.
friendly fire?
Yeah, there is.
No.
Is there friendly fire
I
off
I don't
of
think
this?
so, is there?
I think I just saw like fucking cannon kill like 3 people.
Oh, maybe
saw
so
like
then. Yeah, in that
Cannon
case,
shot.
maybe so.
It got some. It got
Oh,
some friendlies.
they're charging.
Looks like 21E. 21E is going to push. Going to push, and it's a nice clump of melee, but they're pushing them back.
Yeah, they're
On the
doing
left,
quite alright. It's a
Getting pushed.
bit of a stalemate, but
Doing
they're
great.
pushing
Oh,
forward
man.
after they win that melee.
Moving forward. 21E is pushing the center.
And the Irish are doing a decent job at warding off.
Colt's pulling
Ooh,
back.
they have no
Irish.
spawns in the middle.
Both Caribbeans.
They have no
Irish
spawns
shots.
in the middle. No
Yeah, this
spawns.
is very
21E
good,
has
and the Irish are
nine of
doing a
full
good
line
job at
spawns.
warding off the Carabiniers on the left.
I think they don't see the running flag. Look at the stall here. Oh, they got spawns.
Oh, and they got spawns back. It looks like they're going to try to attempt a counter before reforming. Looks
This
like
could
they're
turn
gonna
into trouble. Okay, it looks like they're getting out.
They have
through
a
the-
ranker. A
through the
ranker has
farmhouse.
somehow gotten up onto the roof of the compound.
I think the artillery pieces for the Vestal guys are like better placed here. They have like this hilltop
Yeah,
where they can fire.
yeah, they definitely have the field advantage at the moment. We'll see what changes there.
Oh, it went to it went to Mars. It,
Yeah, and it's beautiful how much they bounce. You can kill people from bounces fairly easily, so we'll see a bit of
It
that.
looks like the defender's side is pushing a Vestal elite line. But now their flags. Now they've lost that engagement. They lost the melee engagement.
oh,
And
oh,
the
no.
flag snipe.
Oh,
There's been
no.
a flag snipe. And it looks like the cannon is now exposed.
The green
They've-
flag is
yes,
Oh,
they've
clear.
lost-
It looks like some rankers have run up to it.
And they've lost the flag and the
This
cannon
is the
piece.
first a cannon has been spiked. That's the first point gain from a cannon or flag today.
Oh, look at this
So
now. Look at
just
this.
like the,
They're in danger.
defender's
They're in
cannon.
danger here. Look.
I do believe it's too
Oh,
late,
never
but
mind,
they very
never mind.
may well get it out. We'll see. Now it's too late.
Yeah, I think it's too late. That cannon
Yeah,
was
now that
moved
they've
up
gotten-
like so close.
Yeah, you really need to be more cautious than that.
We need to be very, very cautious. But these Vestal cannons, they're just popping off rounds,
Yeah,
round shot into
we'll
the
have to
hillside.
see. Now they're starting to hit just a bit. It looks like the artillery for the French blue team is doing a bit better. So we'll see that change here. I think the stool was just kind of setting their
another
sights in,
another cannon spotted the spike.
only with 4 kills. Yeah, they waited way too long.
Oh, they killed some people, but
Looks like
I
we're
think
gonna
they're
see
gonna be
another
spiked.
cannon spike
Yeah,
here.
see, they're
Oh my god! Oh
and
my
that's the
god!
power of it.
Oh my god!
However, they
Oh,
just don't
not
have that
bad,
infantry to
ladies and
support to get it out
That
of
was
there.
a
unfortunately.
I'm amazed by this. This is
But
pretty cool.
this Irish line is not going to be able to hold back two Vestal lines. They're going to have to pull back.
Yeah, I
It
think
looks like
they're
a
gonna
flag
get-
snipe
yeah,
from
They got
a
capped.
flag snipe from an officer. And the defenders left flank, communication is spread. They're going to have to pull back, or have to try. They're going to try and attempt to save that, but it's going to be too late. And they're going to pull back. Looks like Vistul is just pushing. They're just pushing, and
Yes,
the defenders' right flank has just completely fallen.
They've made some very good plays on the left there. We'll see what the cannons can do. Maybe they'll be a bit more cautious as they come back up. But they do currently have the kill advantage with those with those last second canisters.
The Vistul cannons moving up as well. I think they're moving up too close here.
Yeah. It'll be important to note how many tickets are lost compared to gain by those cannons. It's a 50 ticket loss every time it's spiked. So we'll have to keep count.
Oh, you see on the left, I mean the Irish Legion and the 20 Winnie's cannons work better. They have 137 points compared to the Vistul 12 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though you have to consider how many times they've lost them as well. So technically,
like
their effectiveness. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They've lost 150. Their kills have come from.
From the
canistering
shot,
the company as they're losing the cannon. So yeah, we'll see how well they can do from here on out. But it looks like they're going at full speed now, a little less buggy. They figured out the issues and they can see the boxes now. So no issues there.
21E specs are
melee engagements by the store.
21E specs are getting pushed. They're fine.
And oh, yep. They're doing all right.
We have one cannon on the left side and two on the right side.
See, they're getting kind of close.
They're getting very close, but they're using the tree as a bit of cover.
Yeah, they're going to get stuck on it, unfortunately.
We got some 21E Chester Rambos taking matters into their own hands. Oh dear.
Yeah, we'll see what they manage. Doubt they'll be able to take that.
Just an update for you guys.
4 people.
Still being pushed back a bit by 2 lines on the left flank. On the left flank.
Look at the artillery is about to be spiked.
And
on
looks
the right.
like we might see another cannon spike on the defender's right flank as 21E Chesters push in to take that cannon and try to spike it. It looks like the stool specialists have seen it and they're trying to go save it.
I don't think they will save it in time. They're gonna cap a flag, I think.
You have ooh.
Okay, they spiked the cannon. They spiked the cannon, yeah. Good job on them.
So important with these artillery pieces, because sometimes that if you're not being cautious with them, you know, you could just be feeding points to the other team with having a net loss.
Ooh, that was a nice shot by the 21E side. They hit the dead center of this Vistul line. Now they have no morale. I mean, the cannon shot really impacts morale here. There's about to be another cannon spike here in the middle. Irish Krens, I think. Yeah, Volts. Irish Volts are gonna spike. Yep, there we go. They spike the cannon.
Need to be more cautious. They're playing completely away from their infantry.
Yeah, I see that. This cannon over here is isolated.
Yeah, they've now lost, I believe, 5. No bueno. 252.
It's like looks like the stool on the left is pulling back a bit.
This cannon is moving.
And that leaves two Vistul cannons in the center. They're almost in jeopardy, but
yeah, but look at this like 21E cannon here. They're moved up like very close.
They are very close.
It looks like
a Vistul cannon is trying to aim at them.
It looks like the Fusiliers may just come over and take it.
Yeah, that's what's going
But
to
they're
happen.
moving even closer.
What happened?
Oh, what is
But-
happening here?
Oh, but they
Oh.
want
We
it.
got the
They
20
want
the
that
21
canister.
cannons
Oh
pushed up
my
so-
Oh
God.
my goodness.
Oh my god!
That is what I'm
That
talking about.
entire- Oh, it just got clean. It got wiped. It got cleaned.
Oh
And there they go,
Oh,
spawning
man.
in. Isn't that beautiful? And
Damn.
there's one cannon. They
They're
may
gonna
even get
get
3.
encircled here. This is an army wipe.
Yeah, this is very, very good, and it might even the odds.
Yeah, that
They're going to
canister
get-
It
shot
looks
was
like The
crazy.
stool's getting routed from. It
Yep,
looks like they're just fleeing.
You can see
Like
the
that.
experience from the 5th Corps guys. Royals had extensive experience, so he lined that one up perfectly, and they've now captured
Yeah, and the 21E
3
guy.
all 4 of the artillery pieces from the
Also, they've
red
also
team.
came out with a. Looks like Irish specialists have come out with a Vistula flag.
Very, very, very good. Yeah, that should even the odds. Yeah, that'll even the odds exactly.
That artillery shot is what we like to see.
Yeah, that
Yes,
canister
that
shot was
is
crazy.
that is a turning point right there. I
It
mean,
was just
if you do it just right, that's how you. Whew, that's how you win battles.
It was so satisfying to see.
The defender's side, it looks like a 21E cannon being aggressive again.
By the way, an update for the
Royals
Cup?
really pushing it up there, but it's too close to the rush, Royal. It's too close.
Oh no.
Yeah, we'll see if he
Wow.
falls back. But anyway, hit us with the
He's
Oh,
pushing
no.
it
World
forward.
Cup
He's pushing
update.
it
No, Royal, no, Royal. This is not the right move.
Oh no,
Oh,
he's
no.
pulling it back though. He's realized what's going on.
Oh no,
And
Royal,
they're
you're
just
gonna die.
pulling it back, but all it takes is a couple snipes, and
Yep,
if he has
yeah,
the
they
shot,
can,
this
they
could
take
turn into
down.
their favor.
Oh, no,
We'll see,
oh,
and he
no.
does.
No, he's
No,
he
he didn't
can't
get it
light
off.
He can't light it.
it looks like the Pistol's gonna.
Oh my God.
spike
Oh,
a
he's
cannon
got
to
it.
Rush.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
but it
Oh,
was a round shot.
Yeah, it was wrong shot, but it's
flag
still...
there just went flag. Oh,
But they
man.
have enough support. They may even turn it around here. We'll
yeah,
see.
yeah, I think they will.
They might just turn it.
Yeah, it
Pistol
did,
flag's
they
going
did.
back. Well, the
They
Pistol
ought to
flag
start
just
aiming it
dropped.
right now. I think they need to recover here. Yep, there they go, and they're going to start aiming it.
That's amazing.
Wow.
And they capped a flag, and
save.
one more, I think. Yeah, they capped 2
Looks like
flags there with that amazing...
21E.
I mean,
like
this
21
is just
EK
like,
with the fight
this is
dead.
just an amazing battle here. With that round shot, the morale completely went to 0. The whole line just disappeared with morale.
That was very, very good, and it was a good bait from that 5th Corps artillery piece.
I mean, the
The
artillery
battery
piece
has
really
proven
did
to be
a,
much more effective.
did a good
It's like-
shot on the morale.
Looks like Irish specialists are going to take a hit from a cannon soon, but it looks like they're going to pull a cannon back a bit since Irish specialists are advancing.
This is the best battle
The
I've
Still's
watched.
just been pushed to their spawn, and hey, everyone, Defenders team is being very aggressive. 21E and Irish, they're being very aggressive with their cannons and with their lines.
Yep,
Hi.
they found a way to incorporate these cannons.
Now they're pulling
Get
back
'em
with their cannons.
nice and close.
I mean, now they're pulling
Yeah.
back with their
Irish-
cannons.
There's
they're
an Irish artillery piece all the way in the back here, and
Yeah,
I think
they're
that's just a
preparing to
beautiful-
fall back.
Beautiful picture, beautiful setup.
Oh, definitely,
back.
yeah. And I like the 5-man crew. They had the officer to tell them where to aim, and then they got the 3 to aim it. And it'll definitely help them when they have to defend it. The effectiveness. This is what we wanted to see.
Look at the points for the artillery crew. 250 versus 58. I mean, Holo trained the 21E artillery guys personally, so none Vistol or Irish Legion have any trainings in the artillery. Only 21E.
I think beforehand they brought the people in, and they did artillery training before the stream, before the rally. So that's
Right,
what they did
21E did their training today. Yesterday, there was a big
Oh,
training
oh.
for
Look at
everybody
this.
else.
Oh my god, they just destroyed that rush line. Oh my god,
here. The Stool elite
Oh,
line
they're gonna
was
get
just
capped, yep.
decimated by
21E flag
Yeah,
is
but
a
they might
big
trade.
fire.
We'll
Looks
see
like
if
the
this
Stool-
this artillery
no.
piece has to reload to help their company, but it looks like
It
they
looks
may
like they're
have 2
safe.
companies now.
Yeah, they have
Just two
Stool on the
flag.
left flank. The Stool on the left flank might just lose 2 more flags here. shots are being
That
volleyed
was
and
very impressive.
and
They
shot
need
by
to.
cannon round.
They
If the
need
Pistol
not
flag goes down.
2 canister shots
move up
right into
without
that Pistol
cannon
flag.
support.
2 canister shots right into it. That's an amazing performance. Oh, we're gonna see Pistol cannon fire here. Oh my, did you see that? They decimated that land. But I think they're gonna get spiked here. Yeah, they got spiked. They're right in their spawn, but I think they're just doing like canister shots and they're just killing every single rush line.
Yeah, there still has to be careful here. If they can get back into those nice distanced areas with the cannons, you know, get those 5th core cannons out of the way, they can definitely bridge the gap pretty quickly. We've seen what they can do. But otherwise, it's going to be some trouble. Lots of trouble.
They haven't dropped a single person on the 5th core and 2nd group side, but in 4th core and Pistol they have been dropping like 10 people. Oh my, did you see, like, what is Royal doing? He's such a genius. He just killed a whole line by cannon shot.
Looks like Pistol's getting pushed on the right flank by Irish Specialists again. Looks like they got wrapped. And looks like Irish Specialists are moving in.
Yeah,
Spike
they're
a
gonna
cannon.
spike a cannon as well, yeah.
That cannon went to oblivion, but the defenders team is being really aggressive here. They're being really aggressive.
I
with
mean,
their
they have
lines.
the firepower for it. Brawl is really just destroying with his artillery piece.
And it looks like some of the defenders looks like some of the defender artillerymen disconnected from the game, so they're probably going to be back.
Oh yeah, they
Attacker.
they disbanded all the cannons.
Someone's disconnected, but
No,
Pretty sure
they
that
disbanded
yeah.
and merged them into the other companies, I think. Sad to see that. But at least we have Roll commanding an artillery piece again.
Yeah, they've gone down quite a number since the beginning of this.
Oh, on the left flank, Roll again advancing on his artillery piece, firing at this pistol line.
look at that. Look at this shot.
Oh
Ooh.
my
Oh,
god!
man,
Oh my
you-
god!
Like 90% of the line was just
Oh my
taken out.
god! I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it.
man, and they're going to spawn back in, but they're suffering fire from the Irish Specialists in the background as well.
This is the best thing I've ever seen.
How much does the canister and the round shot affect morale?
Canister, not
Oh,
so
it-
much, but the round shot, it just destroys morale completely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, if you're in the front of a canister and it somehow doesn't manage to kill you, which can happen, it'll shatter your morale. But if you're, toward the outside of the cone, it's going to be a little bit less.
Okay, so on the right, 21E spec line was capped, and another 21E line was capped again.
Yeah, this was very
Yeah,
good,
there's
and it
still-
looks
still
like
specialists on the
the
left.
Irish are flanked, and they will lose this. They will lose this.
They will lose the cannon
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and the company. There's no way out of this for them. Very good play from the stool.
I mean,
So
the,
looks like too
it's,
many-
it's
Very
kind of
nice
the
job.
defender's fault here. They pushed into their spawn too much.
The Stool Specialists
Definitely,
pushed the left flank very hard and capped the 21E, and that's just resulted in a defender route. There's going to be
Oh,
lots
again
of
a
cannon
canister
spikes.
shot. Oh,
It was
my.
Cannon
it was a
spikes
good
are-
utilization of the rush. Yeah, I mean they were spawning
good.
off to the sides.
looks like there's going to be a cannon that's going to be spiked there, and oh man, the remaining two lines.
It seems like in the other server, in 94E and 90 and the Grands are winning.
Pulling back.
Okay, can we switch over to the other server? Because I think the artillery there is like destroying everything. They have 800 blinds.
Yeah, they're doing
I think-
very well there.
Okay, can you move
think we can
us
switch
to
over.
the other server, Orpheus, please?
Here, I'll move you. Here, I'll give you perms. Go ahead.
Okay, What map is it? What are the 9?
It's you could just right-click visitors and move to join.
We are
There we
now
go.
leaving server 1 with the server 1 Irish and 21E versus Vistool. The points currently stand at 5,481 versus 4,833 in 21E Irish favor. And we've had some nice shots and nice moments from that. Now we're going to head over to server 2.
Service 2 is. Let me see the cannons. They're doing work. Cotswork. Look at this cannon here. I mean, they have a crew of 6 here. I think no, it's 8 people in one cannon. I mean, isn't that too much?
Maybe a bit much, but best know that it is well defended.
Oh, in the middle, Young Guard is about to lose her flag here.
It should be alright. The support here is very, very solid.
Right flank, we have another artillery piece. They're getting closer and closer. I think they're just gonna fire a round shot here and just kill every single person here. I mean, with coordination with infantry lines, if you fire a round shot, like it destroys morale, you can charge it with the infantry line. Let's see what happens on the right flank here. Oh yeah, they destroyed it with the canister shot. Look at that, look at that, look at that. It's just beauty. It's just beauty, man. It's just beauty. This is the twist we needed to get to NW fun and interesting again.
Yeah, definitely the whole new mechanic. I mean, it's a new game. The
Yeah,
ability to
it's a new game.
almost completely wipe out the opponent, you know, and their over-aggression is. That's a good way to check them.
Is there like 2 pieces per side here? I don't see the 3rd piece.
Yeah, I'm only seeing 2 right now. So it looks like the guard have 1 with 5 people, a commander and 3 loaders. And then the other obviously has 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 people. No,
Two
there's-
cannons per side is
There
balanced.
must be there must be 3. Yeah, there are 3. There's one inside of the 90 or the 9E company. Excuse me.
90. Let me check.
It's all the way on the right flank of the 2nd Corps side. It's just right inside of them. It looks like that one's the 94E piece.
Yeah, but where are the others?
see.
So-
So you have that one, and then in the center you have the.
Oh, they're in the
Where is that?
spawn. I
Where-
see. They're in the
Where's that
spawn.
9E one?
They're in the
I
spawn.
can no longer see the.
They're in the spawn. I see like 2 in their spawn and then the 91.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So we have 2 in the center and then 1 on the right flank for this team, and then obviously the 105E seem to have lost 2 of theirs. Yeah, they've lost 2 of theirs, so they'll have to bring him back up.
This server, it's a bit, the point difference is a bit larger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's like-
it's
Cannons are doing their job here.
it's a much more steady battle line. So there's granted there's beauty in that chaos that was that other server, which is why they keep swinging back and forth. But
Right.
this is definitely a nice looking battle right here. I do want to see some pretty good shots from the artillery.
I'm about to see
It
one
looks
here
like-
in the center.
It has been even since we joined. Oh, and we have an RDV battle here going on the right flank of the 2nd Corps side. Had a shot come in from the 105E artillery piece.
Looks like they're being very protective of the cannons, unlike the other servers. So I think that's allowed their artillery
Yeah.
piece to get some nice shots off.
Ooh, this
And-
artillery piece on the right flank is moving very, very close. I think they're using a canister shot here, I believe.
I like how I believe it's the defender side. I like how the defender side has a cannon in between two lines. Between
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
like a guard line
that's
and,
pretty smart.
Yeah. It looks like we've seen flag capture on the left flank. The gendarmes have taken the 90 chasseurs.
We might see there's going to be a great shot, cannon shot on the attacker's left flank right now. Like it's going to be almost a perfect lineup.
I think they're gonna fire two canister shots at this company.
Yeah, this will be a pretty good lineup right here from the 105E if they manage to hit. They're loading it now, and here we go.
Go.
Should be pretty good.
Ah, they didn't hit the target as well.
Oh, why didn't they load
that
round
was-
shot?
Yeah, but I think they're gonna cap it as well here. Oh. Yeah, they're gonna cap it
Oh,
with just one
It's
canister
going to be a
shot.
flag cap here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, flag cap. And they're gonna spike a
and
cannon as well.
they've. Oh wow, and they've just killed that whole company, with in the center there, with that canister. Yeah, it's deadly even at 100, 150, at times. So, don't underestimate these artillery pieces.
I mean, if artillery is gonna be used correctly and in a good, like, a tactical way, it can be very deadly. And I mean, like, look at how the defender side is just destroying the attackers with artillery. 1,000 points for the artillery guys.
It's like looks like 25E. 25E's respawn with rush on the right flank. But what we've seen so far, we've seen a nice battle line for Antonio when we joined in.
Everything is working out perfectly. We see on the right flank there's artillery. Yep, they just fired the canister shot. They just deleted the whole company.
Devastating.
Oh my god. It's very fun to see the canister shot just deleting everyone. Oh, a cannon is gonna be spiked here in the middle, unless it's saved, which will be. Yep, we'll save the canister. I think they have a canister
Yeah.
loaded as well. No, they don't. They're gonna be spiked unless they just move out the way. I don't know what's happening here. In the middle, 93 are losing their flag. They're flagged.
Yeah, looks like the blue team may lose one here. Yeah, and they have.
Oh,
Oh,
my
wow.
god. Oh my god. Look at
And
that.
that'll be enough to.
I mean,
No, well,
if you have
Just
another
fighting
rush
over the
line.
flag.
Yeah, that's it.
it's the end of
That's
the
the end. Yeah, that's the
battle.
end.
Yeah.
Hell's End charge.
Oh damn, that was pretty good. The other server was a touch closer. This one seems to be a
Just-
dominant,
Yeah, dominant.
decisive victory from the blue French team.
Point difference at the end of the game, guys. Stands at almost 16,000 to 11,000 in terms of points between the two servers. The majority of those points looks like it was won in
Oh,
the
France
Lapel
just
Alliance
scored.
server.
France just scored. That's 2-1.
Oh man.
Oh, the English fans. It's a stressful. I mean, it's England still have a chance. It's like 10 minutes till the end.
And we'll see the final point score right here. The wonderful France flag.
5,000.
4,962 points. Victory by the defenders team. What an event. What an event, and I bet the rankers had fun with the artillery testing.
I think we're gonna do some interviews as well. Reaper and Spartan Ninja.
in a second here, we're going to be doing some interviews with Reaper and Spartan.
And as soon as they're done with their debriefs, we're just gonna look at how they're lined up for now. Was Corey in this game? I don't think so. I don't see him.
No, he's cheering on his team right now.
Oh, he's watching the English game? Oh.
Yeah.
The World Cup game. The winter attire looks very, very nice. Very nice. That was the event. That was the event, guys. That was wonderful. Definitely some nice picturesque moments there throughout the battle.
There's some clips to be taken as well. I think we're just gonna do some cuts on the vault here and just make it like a small compilation of all the cannon fire here.
Orbios is gonna take a teeny tiny little break, but joining us now on the stream is Reaper. Hey Reaper, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. On the event, it was fun to watch for both servers. There were definitely a lot of moments. But we do have some questions. So I guess the first one that I want to ask, I'll ask the first one. How do you feel with the introduction of artillery? How does that really change the tactics and your style of commanding?
Well, it's very interesting because now we have a fire support that we didn't typically have, and I think today it's a very big example on how it changes that. So, in terms of like commanding, the way we did it in our core today was that we had someone, which was me today, overseeing both all three of our artillery, and then we had someone in charge of that artillery as well. So we had basically the three guys who were in charge as the officers of those cannons, who would then report to me, and I would kind of coordinate it from there. I think it threw off a lot of the line leaders today.
Yeah, especially with the canister shot, it just deletes the whole company.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, we saw some nice shots of that. And communication from now on with artillery, with these tests, communication is going to be super important. Because now artillery pieces need to be protected, and they're kind of valued with the much damage that they can do, kind of like glass cannon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and
Nate,
also,
would you like to ask a second question?
yeah,
Continue.
I just have one more question. The TeamSpeak, how do you manage to communicate between the lines, field command, and then just communicate with the artillery as well?
So the way that I did it is that we had 105E artillery in one big voice chat, and then I muted all the rankers, and then Artillery 1 would mute everyone in Artillery 2, and then Artillery 2 would mute everyone in Artillery 1. And then that way, I would only hear the commanders of the artillery, and then I would relay all that information to the TeamSpeak, and then I would relay the information from TeamSpeak to the artillery corps. And then when we had 25 infantry, when they had to communicate with us, we would communicate through the TeamSpeak itself.
Oh yeah,
so I was coordinating all this at once.
That's pretty smart. Okay, so second question. Which of the two did you use the most, canister or run shot?
Ooh, I think it was a mix of both, but I think canister was mostly the one used.
From what I've heard, canister doesn't really impact morale as much as run shot. So you were just focusing on killing the company instead of just impacting morale.
Well, yeah, because if you delete a company, then they can't fight anymore.
Yeah, that's... I mean, they do have like bigger response times as well, so that's canister is more OP than round shot, I guess.
Yeah, that also plays into the coordination where if you have an artillery piece that fires at a line, and you can basically have that nice coordination to push in with your line infantry to cap those flags when there's almost no one around to protect them. And we saw that a couple times today too, where a canister where a cannon piece would just decimate an entire line, just almost wiping them off the map.
It was definitely interesting to see that.
Yeah, those were some key and quality moments for us. All right, so for our third question, did you notice like any of the how do you feel that the newer variables affected the game? Were they noticeable? But were they noticeable? Like, did you notice any changes?
I think it's going to change the speed of the game. I think that having to have line leaders also care about the artillery is going to be something that we're going to see more of, right? Having to protect it. I did find a lot more tactics that we're going to be implementing in the future, at least for our core. You know, we definitely need to have like sentries for the artillery, so people that are just dedicated to protecting the artillery. I think that's going to have to be necessary in the future. But in terms of how it changed it, like I said, I think it's just the speed of the game is all different now. I think the amount of variables that you got to think of at once is going to be potentially overwhelming for some leaders, and I think that if we at least segregate it into line commanding and then we have artillery commanders, whatever else may come in the future, I think that'll help us out a lot in the future.
Yeah, especially because now artillery basically it ushers in almost a new kind of level, a new kind of tier almost for line commanding. Because now in addition to everything else that are going on between line commanding, looking at morale.
Oh, I'm here.
Joining us now is Spartan. We were just talking about how artillery will be affecting line commanding from now on. Now line commanders also have to worry about, in addition to TeamSpeak and everything else, protecting their artillery pieces and coordinating, especially with their artillery pieces, to get the most benefit out of them. That's going to be super duper important going forward. Well, Spartan, we just went over the last hour questions with Reaper, and we'll ask them to you as well. Mate, would you like to start off with that?
Alright, so first off, we have most basic question here. How do you feel the cannons affected your style of commanding and the tactics you used?
Well, I think unfortunately it didn't necessarily affect our commanding much. It was more so just kind of like another thing to go for. I know when it came to our friendly cannons, typically like they would communicate with us what they were doing and so on. And like they would, like a lot of the times Royal Ninja would bring his cannon up right next to me and canister the line I was facing. And that was pretty funny to see.
Yeah.
But at the same time, unfortunately Nord's cannons just weren't cooperating very well, and there was very often where I would just run up on it before they even got a shot off, and I would just spike it immediately. It definitely needs a little bit more polish, but considering how effective our cannons were today, I could definitely see them actively being something you want to avoid having in front of you.
Okay, so would you say using cannons up close or at distance is better?
I personally think up close is good for like a quick advance. Like you're already actively pushing and you have your cannon up next to you. I don't think cannons should be up close when you're holding a defensive position because you can really be really easily pushed back. But if you are actively advancing, I think your cannon should advance with you, so you can quickly get that either canister or just a really well-timed shot off. Otherwise, I would say medium distance, like 400, 500 studs, and just round shot.
Yeah, round shot impacts morale from what I've seen.
Hello.
So
Yeah.
we have Royal here as
We have
well.
Royal. Royal has just joined the call. We were just going over some questions with the Spartan.
I'll mute. I'll let him go first.
We definitely saw some amazing moments with Royal with his artillery piece. But going back to you, Spartan.
Yes.
which of the two did you feel artillery used most for you? Canister or round shot? Which of the two?
I believe they use it pretty frequently on both sides. I know the Irish artillery piece used round shot a lot. They tend to stay in the back. On the other hand, Royal's artillery piece would just run up and use canister basically all the time. I think in terms of effectiveness, canister is still better, simply because of the amount of people it can kill in one shot. Round shot is effective if you have a good reload crew, but I think overall canister is still the way to go.
I think you mentioned the Irish. They're running a cannon, an artillery piece in the back. That was actually quite one of the things that I was looking to see. Having a nice height advantage and some nice distance overlooking field, because now with the seasonal change for the map, you don't have the leaves of the trees blocking any visibility anymore. So you have a lot more visibility for all the line commanders and all the rankers. But more importantly now, for the artillery pieces for the test, and that's just very impactful. Nate, would you like to ask our next question?
I mean, okay, sure. So for the last question, then we move on to roll. How do you feel the new variables affected the game? Like,
Could you clarify what new variables have been in?
I think they mentioned at the velocity of the cannon was changed, like the velocity of the shot.
That would have been minimal, if at all. It was more so the fixing of like the movement, the speed when you have 3 people on it. Multiple people can operate the cannon at once, like cleaning it and moving it and aiming it all at the same time. So
I think
and
being
then other
able to
variables.
aim and do the cleaning and roll, obviously it's not necessarily intended. I imagine that you can do all 3 things at once, cleaning, worming, and then also putting a shot in. But it is technically a way that like you put a little bit of a skill, that you put a bit of a skill ceiling on it. I do
was
like that you can
intentional.
do the yeah. I do think the first person is really helpful, and if that change is intentional, I think it's a very good one because it makes it feel less like, oh, I'm gonna miss my shot because this cannon I get like 2 rounds out per minute. But now it's like I've had the Irish cannon crew said that like when they were getting like a good rate of fire up, they were shooting faster than a musket could, and I think that's honestly a benefit to them.
I mean, if you have professionals on your team as artillery crew, you can definitely just win over any engagement.
Yeah. But I think it'll definitely still take time to see like how truly impactful they can be. But I think this is definitely a better state than they were before.
It definitely brings an immersive experience and brings some more variability to the community with these tests. Just the tests alone. I also heard on an unrelated note that the aiming system was changed a bit. Have you heard anything on that?
Well, the main thing with the aiming system is that if you're either elevating the cannon or you're on one of its wheels, if you press shift, you go into a sort of first-person perspective, and you have side of like a ruler there's like a little ruler in the middle of the cannon that you can use to kind of adjust your perspective and your aim. And overall, it helps you be a little bit more consistent with your shots rather than just like reading angles.
Well, that's wonderful to be informed about. But I was asking about the muskets, about the musket aiming system.
Oh, I don't believe that's been implemented yet. I know it's in the works that they're planning on fixing the animation, especially for the third-person free cam, so that it's actually centered instead of the weird like you have to aim down and left.
Okay.
But I don't think that's actually been implemented yet.
Yeah, down and left has been a motto of mine recently. But we'll go on to let's see. We'll go on to the next question. It looks like
I think Royal's up now.
yeah,
Royal, are you
Royal's
here?
up. Off to bat.
I'm an AFK real quick while I'm not checking. Hello.
Here is Royal Ninja. All right, Royal. We have some questions for you. I want to ask the first one. Actually, we're going to start with a different one. What was going through your head when you got off these amazing cannon shots while you were commanding the artillery piece?
It was very chaotic, to be honest. And like the first, I'd say successful shot with canister. Personally, I just said reload quickly, but my Colonel Mana just screamed in the VC like, "Let's fucking go!" After killed the entire line. But it was more of like quick. It's quite frantic when you're trying to lead. You sweat a bit because you're like, shit, reload quickly, reload. And there was quite a few
Right.
moments where you nearly get captured, but
Yeah, there's some
We
stressful
were in
moments. as well.
you were in the visitors spectating, and there were a lot of like fun moments where we just saw like either you or another artillery piece just fire off, and an entire line would just vanish. And
yeah, that was the strat we were going for.
it was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun when we hit those shots, but I think at one point we blundered actually, and Mana loaded a round shot, and we fired it. I think it worked out still because I think the line had no morale, and I think it was the Irish line came to save us. So
Yeah, you hit them. You hit their flag bearer and the next closest guy. So
I didn't
there's
see
nobody
that.
to get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was meant to be
I saw that
canceled.
one up close. It was beautiful.
I mean, I guess our blunder turned to our success. I think
Yeah.
round shot does do a lot of morale damage. So
Oh yeah, yeah, you guys did great.
Okay, so one more question for you, bro. How did you organize the VCs and the Discord and the TeamSpeak?
originally, I was just in the TeamSpeak, and we had 2 cannons, and all of us were in 1 VC. That was originally. With all the glitches, like I'll say it now, obviously very buggy. There's a lot of glitches. I'm not sure why. In the past times we tested artillery in Asia, it's not been as bad. I guess Roblox did an update or something. Like especially like going over the hills, it was pretty awful. Where your cannon would just like fly up. But so after that, there was a lot of and like arm bugged, rejoin quickly. Our shit is capped. So eventually we decided to split 2 VCs, and the other artillery guy joined the TeamSpeak as well. So we had 2 gun VCs, with like the crew in each one. If that answers your question.
Alright, well,
All right.
I think we should wrap this
It looks
up.
like we're at the end. Yeah, it looks like we're at the end of the hour here. Second versus fourth corps artillery test. I think it was a pretty good success. Based on what we've seen. But we want to give thanks to Orpios, Reaper Royal, and Spartan for donating their time today,
And Royal as well.
and
Don't
Royal
forget.
as well.
Yep.
I think I personally had fun just watching it.
Yeah,
it
me
was
too.
very, very fun.
Anyway,